Welcome to IPMNation.com, the next generation of Internet radio, powered by Impact Player Music.
You are receiving a remote transmission from IPMNation.com. Stay tuned for further instructions. You are receiving a remote transmission from IPMNation.com. Stay tuned for further instructions.
Great track. I dig that a lot. That is Whisper the End from the band Minutia. They are from Levittown, Pennsylvania, and they're going to be calling in a second. Actually, they already called, and I said, call back, guys. You're a little early, but I like punctuality. It's a good thing. Kind of rare in this business. But that's how you know these guys are professional, so that's really cool. Yeah, Whisper the End, that is from the band Minutia. For the spelling impaired, that's Minutia. They are from Levittown, PA, and their EP is called Unveiling. And QCP John, hi, he's in the chat room. He had a couple of comments. He said, love the music, nice balance of screaming and singing. I like it. I like it too. You know, it's heavy, but it's melodic, and I like that kind of stuff. I like all kinds of stuff, but definitely a great tune. And we'll be playing another track after the interview. These guys are going to call us back any second, Jeff and Jeff from the band Minutia. So we're going to play another track after that, so definitely stick around. And I want to tell everybody, too, speaking of sticking around, this is kind of a last-minute thing, but coming up after tonight's live edition of Remote Transmission will be a special bonus edition this week of Retro Spectrum Radio with DJ Paul, or Paul Cormier. I think he likes to go by DJ Paul. I think that's kind of his radio alias. But he will be here coming up at midnight in the Eastern Time Zone, and he's going to come in and play some tunes for us, and he just wanted to do... Well, actually, the truth is we have something special coming up Monday night on Retro Spectrum Radio, something special and unique, and I'm going to leave it to him to talk about that when he comes on later, but here we go. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, what's up, man?
So who do we have on the line? This is Jeff and Jeff?
Yes.
All right, from the band Minutia. And welcome to the show, guys. We just opened with Whisper the End, which is my favorite track of the ones that I checked out from, is it Unveiling or The Unveiling?
It's just Unveiling.
Just Unveiling, okay. So you guys are from Levittown, PA, is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, you can say Philadelphia. We're maybe 25 minutes away.
Oh, gotcha, okay. All right. What do each of you do in the band?
I am the guitar player, and I do a lot of the clean vocals.
Okay.
The other Jeff, I actually go by Goho to clear it all up, and I am main vocals.
Okay, all right, that explains it, because I'm looking at your Reverb Nation page, and it says Goho on vocals, so I gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
It worked out too well, yeah?
No, I like the balance of the clean and the harder vocals, and in fact, QCP John, who's in the chat room, who is an avid IPMNation.com listener, he was making that very comment that he really likes that a lot, so that's cool. And, I've heard a lot of bands do that, but I haven't heard a lot of bands do that really effectively. Do you know what I mean? Some bands try to do that. It doesn't always work out, but I like the way you guys do it. It sounds really good. You guys are a four-piece, correct?
I'm sorry?
Are you guys a four-piece? There's four of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, the sound, it's heavy, but it's also melodic, and that's really cool. Now, you've only been around since, what, 2009?
Well, not even really.
I mean, probably about a year and a half. I mean, in 2009, I came back from Japan. I was studying at a university there.
Oh, cool.
And all of us, we've been friends. We've been playing together for a while, for years, and off and on in different things.
Our bassist was in California in a pop band.
Yeah.
I was actually unfortunately incarcerated while he was in Japan, and simultaneously we all kind of reconvened. And it was like, let's kick ass, man.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, we started jamming for the last few months of 2009, and then we really started to understand that we kind of had something, and we kind of got serious just last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, things have been going well since then.
Yeah, cool. How many songs do you guys have at this point of original music?
Man, quite a lot.
Really?
14 finished, 25 to go.
No kidding.
Yeah. And we have a bunch of ones that we haven't really been using, but we were gonna do 6 on the recording. Unfortunately, we had some money time issues, and we we couldn't really do that, so we only got to do 4.
Sure. Is that why you decided to do an EP as opposed to a full disc at this point?
Yeah, well, I mean, we knew we weren't going to have enough money to do, an LP, but
yeah,
we knew it was going to be an EP. We wanted to do 6 or 7 songs. It ended up being 4, and I mean we're all right with that. We wish it was more, but
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing, you know, in the in the age that we exist in. You know, sometimes it's, I mean, a lot of bands will do that anyway, regardless of money issues, just because, you know, you want to get something out to the fans, and then you want to, you know, kind of instead of releasing a full length album every 2 or 3 years, you know, kind of give people more, you know, more consistent material over a shorter span of time. You know what I mean? So you can really keep in touch with the fans. You know.
I totally agree, and especially with the whole digital era taking over, contemporary music industry is changing so much that I really feel like EPs are the new way right now, and it's almost unfortunate because I personally like an LP. I like hit and play.
Yeah,
I'm the trip, you know.
I'm still a fan of the album. You know, I'm still a fan of like you know, kind of like the quintessential like Led Zeppelin type album.
It's a little nostalgic, but call me old school. There's just something about hearing a band like pour their soul out onto a disc, you know, by the time it ends. Man,
Right. Well, I think there's still a lot of people who feel that way, because I think that's why CDs are still here. You know, they haven't died yet.
I know, brother.
And even vinyl, you know, vinyl is currently the fastest growing format. Vinyl has made a real resurgence. So, you know, it's pretty cool. I mean, even with a CD, just to be able to pull out the artwork and look at, like, I'm kind of a geek that way. I like to look at liner notes, you know, and lyrics and.
Yeah, us too, man.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people who still feel that way. But you guys mentioned what you've got like 15 or 16 tracks. So does that mean there's still stuff that maybe you've done demos for but haven't recorded yet, or?
Yeah, I mean, I do some like home recording stuff, but I mean, it's not, the sound quality's not that great. I mean,
Sure.
I wouldn't release it or anything. But
Sure.
you know, we like last time we just took some of the demos I did and kind of gave them to this producer that we were acquainted with, and he ended up really liking it, and he kind of like snuck us into a studio that he worked at. It was a really nice studio, and basically just paid him, and we didn't really pay to use the studio. So
oh, nice.
Had a deal that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to mention the producer's name? Kind of give him a plug.
Jake Caramanico. He's very awesome.
He's actually the guy who originally co-produced a band that's pretty big now called 4 Years Strong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I know them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's really cool. And then we were lucky enough to hook up with Alan Douches, and he's like the man who masters everything from Mastodon to Every Time I Die. So, yeah, we were pretty excited about the release, but we were more excited about the possibility of just getting all these tracks down, mate, because I got to tell you, we're really starting to find our style now. Mm-hmm. And even though our EP encompassed pretty much all of our levels of diversity, we really want to give the people what our core sound is on an LP.
Yeah, no doubt, absolutely. And when you guys play live, I mean, you've got quite a bit of material. Is it difficult to kind of figure out what you're going to play? Or obviously, I assume you play the 4 tracks that are on the EP no matter what, right?
No, not actually. We don't.
No?
We try to change it up as much as possible.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think Whisper the End, we've played at every single show.
Yeah, that's a great track. I mean, I like all 4 of them, but that's of the 4, that's my favorite. That's why I opened with it. That's a great tune.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of people's favorite, so we always give them that because, you know, it's one of the things they're there to see. But,
sure,
you know, we're kind of one of those bands that, like, every month we have at least 1 or 2 new songs in the work. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we always try to throw in something new, and we just mix it up a lot.
Is it, now you're Levittown, you said you're close to Philly. I would imagine the scene there is pretty competitive, right? I mean, is it hard to stand out and really kind of stake your claim in an area like that?
You know what's crazy, dude? This seems to be the one major city where that's not true.
Really?
A few years ago, we were in like a experimental grindcore band called Heinous Anus, and there was a crazy scene. A Life Was Lost we played with a few times.
We opened for Lamb of God at one point.
No
You
kidding.
know, and everything was booming, and everything dropped off right away.
Yeah.
It was a really weird situation.
Yeah, I mean we're working with other bands, and we're working with promoters right now to try to get something going again.
Sure.
Yeah, so I mean it's I guess right now it's not that hard to stand out because there just aren't that many bands doing it around here.
Right.
But I mean it's all about just getting those bands together and just kind of like communicating to fans or possible fans and just getting them to come out and support all the other bands.
And there's great bands going around too that just aren't getting the publicity they need, us included.
Yeah, I hear you. Do you guys get out of that area much? Do you tour around the country at all or around the region?
Oh,
No,
it's
man.
so new, man.
We just
Yeah.
started playing out about 6 months ago.
No kidding. Yeah.
All of our shows have been around the Philadelphia region, but we're going to start doing some dates on the up and down the East Coast.
In fact, we have a great show coming up on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
In May, we're playing with Blue Felix, which is actually a side project, if you will, from Sid #0 from Slipknot.
Oh, no kidding.
And he produces, manages, and does guest appearances in. So we're really pumped about that.
Yeah, it's going to be a big thing for us.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Trying to get a lot of people to come out for that. But I mean, we're going to try to add some dates up and down the East Coast probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully this summer. If not this summer, then in the fall.
Very cool. Very cool. And now, where is that show that you mentioned on Mother's Day? Where is that going to be? Because we have listeners all over the country. So
Oh,
Oh, this is great.
JT Dobbs on South Street in Philadelphia.
very nice. Very nice.
And what's cool about that is they were actually existent. They were kind of like, I guess, the CBGBs of Philadelphia, if you will. And for whatever reasons, they weren't there for the last decade or so, and they just came back. And they're doing such a great job. The venue's awesome. The entire front of the building is almost like a garage door, so it opens up. So it's a really nice, intimate venue. We're really excited about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. How much? How much do you guys play out? Do you do a lot of? I mean, I know you've kind of stuck to largely to Philly in that area at this point, but are there a lot of venues in Philly, or are you able to kind of make the rounds, or how does that work?
Yeah,
that area?
there are probably about 2 dozen venues.
Really? Wow.
Big area, yeah, that we can get shows at. We haven't played all of them. I mean, we do about a show or two a month. We've
Yeah.
had up to like 4 shows a month. But, I mean, we're going to start picking up in the summer probably, and we're going to try to play a lot more.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to get out of here and play in New York and D.C. and Baltimore and just, kind of work our way out logically. And, so, we don't get like stuck in the middle of the road somewhere.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you got to be smart about it, and that's something that a lot of bands, especially in the beginning, they don't understand that there's a lot of, you want to employ a lot of strategy in how you do this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Definitely. And getting back to the EP for a moment, is that available? I mean, obviously you can download it. Is it also available? Can you buy a physical copy online?
If you decided to take a week off and travel to Indonesia, you could buy our EP.
Nice, really.
No, but you can get it through CD Baby. I think
Okay.
Universe. The price is a little inflated just because they're trying to make a profit off of it. So
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
but I mean that's the only place you can get the physical CD.
Okay.
Most people we know or we hear from just download it on iTunes or Amazon. And,
Sure.
I mean any MP3 site, it's available there.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. And where do we find you guys online? I mean, obviously, you came right up when I Googled you, but for our listeners who want to know the quickest way to find you online, if they want to keep track of what you're doing, especially since you're going to be playing a lot of dates this summer, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, we're on Reverb Nation.
Yep.
We're on MySpace. We're on Facebook. We're on just about every social networking site. The only thing I'd say is I just want to spell the name out for people.
Yeah.
Minutia.
Yes.
It's kind of a strange name. It's an English word, actually, but
You
a lot
think
of
it
people
was
aren't familiar.
commonly accepted, but
Yeah, a lot of people aren't familiar with it, so we get a little we get misspelling sometimes, and people can't find us for that reason.
Yeah.
But hopefully people heard that and they can, type that in and find us. Like you said, Google works wonders, and you can just type that in, and you'll find just about everything we do.
ironically, people can spell Meshuggah.
Yeah.
Well, some people can. The Swedish death metal fans certainly can. And by the way, where does the name come from?
Minutia, if you're familiar with the word, it means kind of like a trivial detail.
Yeah.
First of all, we just thought it sounded cool. I mean, we were looking for something that just kind of had like a punchy sound, like 3 syllables, and we just liked all of those sounds. Then we wrote it down. We kind of just like made like a mock logo, and we thought it looked cool. And it does apply to our music because we kind of write in a traditional kind of like, basic song structure kind of way.
Sure.
Of course,
But a lot of like the technicalities and the things that we do different from other bands are kind of like hidden in the subtle details of the song structure.
Yeah.
And I think that really makes for a nice formula in that, everyone wants a hook, everyone wants to sing along, but if there's little intricacies, if you will, in the music, that's why you keep listening. And we're really trying to tap into that internal, emotional side of people. Like, yeah, I mean, granted, we're a metal band, but let's really get the emotion out of there. When you hit play on Minutia, I want people to start getting a little pissed off, quite frankly.
Yep, I hear you, and I understand what you're saying. I'm listening to the tracks. I understand what you're saying about those little details, the little intricate details in the song structure, and
weird odd time signatures coming in. Yeah.
Yep, you've got that, but like you said, you've also got the hook, and yep, that's really good. I dig it. Well, listen, guys, I'll let you go, but thanks for coming on tonight, and I really love the tunes.
Man, thank you.
Right after you guys take off, I'm going to play Eyes Wired Shut, which I think is also just a great track. And we actually we love the tunes here. We put all 4 of them into our active rotation here on IPMNation.com, so people can check them out, and definitely good stuff.
Oh, wow, man. Awesome. See, you're the kind of guy that just makes us really appreciate what we do.
Oh, well, thanks. Well, I'm glad to know that. And like I said, we really appreciate your coming on. Goho and Jeff from Minutia, and I'll let you guys go, but thanks again, and we'll have to have you on again soon, especially once you get some of those East Coast tour dates booked. We'll definitely have you back on so we can pump those up.
Definitely, man.
All right, take it easy, man.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Keep alive, yeah?
All right, so that was Goho and Jeff from Minutia, and I'm going to play this other track, Eyes Wired Shut. We're going to keep it to 2 tracks tonight, but like I said, all 4 of them are, QCP John likes the name Goho. I should have asked him where that name comes from. Oh, well, next time. But like I said, we have all 4 tracks in rotation. We're going to play Eyes Wired Shut, and then that will wrap up tonight's edition of Remote Transmission. I want to remind everyone that if you liked what you heard tonight and you want to be able to stream or download the show on demand so you can keep it forever and ever and ever, you can do that on the Remote Transmission page. All the shows are archived. And I also want to remind everybody, because this was kind of a last-minute thing, that coming up after Remote Transmission, we'll have a little bit of a break, but then at midnight here on our live channel, it's a special bonus edition of Retro Spectrum Radio. DJ Paul's going to come in, play some tunes for you. He wants to chat a little bit, probably be about an hour. And but part of it, too, is he wants to, well, for one thing, he wants to talk about Monday night's Retro Spectrum Radio, which will be a unique experience. We got something special planned. And he might even have a surprise coming in here with him tonight. But I don't want to say what it is, because I know what it is, but if it doesn't happen, I don't want to look foolish. But we'll see. We'll see if it happens. Maybe it won't. It's probably about a 50-50 shot. I really have no idea what the odds are. I'm talking out of my ass. All I know is it might happen, it might not. So, but see, now you feel obligated to listen, don't you? That's right. So anyway, thanks everybody. This has been Remote Transmission on IPMNation.com. I leave you now with Eyes Wired Shut. QCP John says jerk, LOL. I leave you now with this Eyes Wired Shut. This is from the band Minutia. Once again, for the spelling impaired, Minutia, from their great 4-track EP, Unveiling. These guys from Levittown, PA, very close to Philadelphia. And we'll see y'all next time. This is Eyes Wired Shut from Minutia here on Remote Transmission on IPMNation.com.